Okay, so that's it for
NFF.
Yeah.
Over to you.
This is no. Let's put it this way,
Okay.
Cecilia. We want to talk about the FIFA sanction of Nigeria for fielding an ineligible player. That's Abdullahi Shehu against Algeria in the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifier. There's a fine, and there's also losing those points and 3 goals against Algeria. I mean, what was your first reaction when you saw the story, when it broke? Okay, before I come to you, Cecilia, that's it from FIFA right there, very straight to the point.
Yeah, Nigerian Football Federation has been sanctioned for fielding an ineligible player in the match between Algeria and Nigeria on the 10th of November 2017. The match is declared to be forfeited and awarded 3-0 in favor of Algeria. The good thing is, before this game, we had qualified. The sanction relates to the player Abdullahi Shehu failing to serve the automatic 1-match suspension imposed on him as a result of receiving a caution in 2 separate matches of the same competition. So the sanction bears no impact on the final result of the preliminary competition for the FIFA World Cup, since Nigeria had already qualified and Algeria eliminated before the match took place. So this is a good one.
But what was your reaction?
Incompetence. Because the technical member or technical body of the NFF, they're supposed to, drop reports who and who has a yellow card, who is not supposed to play.
Right.
There are people who are supposed to be in charge of these things, because the manager can only know so much about what's going on. That's why you have backroom staff and all that. For me, I just feel someone got it wrong, and just like Amaju Pinnick has come out to say, some heads needs to roll, because imagine if we needed that point against Algeria with all our celebration and all our mounting off.
I mean, that would have been a disaster.
It would have been a disaster.
Who could have gone to the World Cup? Zambia ahead of Nigeria.
Yes. I mean, whoever comes second with enough points.
Yeah.
But apparently,
Zambia.
Despite the, that's what would have been. Thankfully,
I just want to think about that, because okay.
We all took a sigh of relief. Yeah. Okay, it's not going to happen.
Right. But some
we're
people,
still going to the World Cup. But
sorry to cut you there. Some people they were a bit confused as well, because I got a couple of messages saying, okay, what is the implication of this? And I'm like, calm down, everything is fine. Nigeria go to the World Cup. It's just that the unbeaten run is gone, which is sad. Yeah, it's sad, but it's not a big deal. Looking at the bigger picture.
Part of what Ikes is the fact that most of us were clamoring for, maybe let's play another right back. Let's see someone else play.
And now.
And, the coach fielded, of course, Abdullahi Shehu, he's building him in that particular position.
Right.
People need to do their jobs. This is what we're saying in the, in administrative duties of our sports. People need to start doing their jobs. If your job is to scout, please do scout and scout well. If your job is to be, monitor situations, people are assigned to do these jobs. You have to do them and do them effectively. Otherwise, what happens if situations like this, we got lucky because we did not need that last game.
Correct.
What if we needed the game? It's just a bad situation, and the NFF really, as insensitive as it might sound, I think someone needs to be made an example of.
Yeah, whoever's in charge.
Yes,
right?
whoever is in charge of.
Someone was in charge of that situation.
Yeah.
So but talking about the NFF, they have been reacting as well.
Yeah, from Amaju Pinnick himself, the president, because he feels, okay, this thing has happened. Then the sanction, of course, had been accepted. They don't have a choice then to accept it. Then he went further to say that if, he said we accept the decision of the FIFA disciplinary committee to fine the NFF and award the match to Algeria. And however, it is a grave error and somebody must be punished. We apologize to Nigerians for this and assure that this will not in any way derail or even distract us in our well-laid plan to ensure that the Super Eagles have a great outing in Russia. He went further to say that we are actually looking at a reorganization of the technical committee, of the technical department. The technical committee will henceforth play serious superintending role on all details in technical matters. I mean, you don't have a choice in this. I think I was reading a tweet, he tweeted earlier this morning when he said that the technical staff made a grave error of assumption, assuming that the cards gotten proud to the group stage did not count. So it's like the game against Swaziland, they feel, okay, that yellow card will not count once the group stage. Yeah, it was a pre-stage. But then it is still the FIFA World Cup.
It's a preluding competition. So this playing against Swaziland led to the group stages. So it's still part of the same competition.
So there are two issues there now. Someone has missed
and someone is not knowledgeable enough.
Wow, that's
making an assumption.
Count, so
for me, like I said, it's insensitive, but someone needs to go. Someone needs to. You need to make an example of people so that people will learn to.
I mean, we're talking about a technical committee right now because it's a department under Nigerian Football Federation. If someone will have to go, will it be the whole department? Because if someone had noticed that and assuming, oh, it won't count, don't worry about that. I think
if there are a group of people that made this particular error, then the group needs to go. Because if one person raised... Do you
know the people that are actually in that group?
It doesn't matter. Because what happened... Do you know what would have happened to investment, you know, the hearts of the fans, if we needed that game against Algeria?
It was really costly,
if it was as costly as it could have been. Yeah. See, listen, if one person, if the three of us are in a committee and you have a reservation about a situation, if you raise it up, even if we shut it down, we'll go back and go and do a research. That's what it's about. And then we'll come back and say, this is not supposed to happen. Do you understand?
It simply means all of them
they are complacent.
Didn't even know.
Exactly.
Does not understand the rule.
Or they just, you know, swept it under the rug and just let it go. You know,
unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. We should be beyond these situations. Like I said, before we got on CC, after every game, I believe the technical departments, they all do their reports. They write their reports. This and this happened during the game. This and this happened. This player got this card. This player got this. This player got substituted. It's part of their jobs. Now, what happens? Do they have a compilation of those? Because first of all, you know, they might say, okay, we let it go. We thought there might be a possibility that they didn't even know he had a first yellow card.
They don't watch games?
Well, we've seen a CAF president sleeping during a game.
Okay.
So, see, for me, I think it's when this level of complacency gets into a job as important. Come on, there's nothing bigger in football in Nigeria than the Super Eagles. So you have to take the job seriously when you have it.
You're absolutely right, especially when you have a department fully in charge of such. So it's unpardonable. I think
unpardonable.
Well, imagine what would have happened. Like, you weren't the only one who got a lot of messages yesterday.
Right. Yeah, okay.
They were like, "What's going on? Are we not going to the World Cup
again?"
And I'm like, "No, don't worry. It's just 3 points. We will have 13 now instead of 14. Lose the unbeaten run, but it's still still a problem."
All right, we'll go for a break now. We'll come back talk about the FIFA Club World Cup.